Nigerian artist Oladips of Life has been announced dead. Few hours after he made a very disturbing post on his Instagram story, where he appeared to be crying for help, calling out on one of his friends, saying how he had told them to not leave him alone in the house, especially in a period like this.
Rashid, where you come dey since like this? I don't call your number now.
I'm not serious. Send me make I go back.
Or maybe say call you carry me go hospital, abeg.
His death was officially announced on his Instagram page, presumably by his manager, on Wednesday, the 15th of November 2023, revealing that the singer had died the day before, Tuesday, 14th of November 2023, after battling an undisclosed illness that seemed to have been kept private or personal by the singer himself. As at the time of making this video, no one knows what rapper Oladips was going through. No one has stated specifically what he was battling with that was so serious to the point it had to take his life. The funny thing about his death is that it came few hours after a little controversy surrounded his health, which was made public online. After his initial post about not being left alone on his story, what followed this post was a post of him coming out of his apartment to meet somebody who had just come from getting medications for him. I'm assuming this was a friend he was talking about in his previous story who he was calling out on and who just came back from getting drugs. And in the video, he complained and cried in a very disturbing manner that suggested that something was really wrong with him. Even after the drugs and the medications was brought to him, he told the person that he needed to be taken to the hospital because he wasn't feeling well. And you could hear it in his voice as he spoke.
Where you come dey since like this? I don't call your number now.
I'm not serious. Send me make I go back.
Or maybe say call you carry me go hospital, abeg.
And as that was happening, it blew up the whole internet and news began flying around that he was not well and he was dealing with something, even as much as fighting for his life. Few hours later, another video, this time from his friend, the friend he had mentioned on his story, began circulating that showed the rapper collapsing at the back of a vehicle. In the video, his friend was crying frantically with another friend at the back seat as they tried to help Oladips to the hospital. It was this video that made a lot of people a lot more concerned. Almost concerned, but not quite as being confused, because from that video, a lot of people started calling it clout chasing. Many people thought it was fake. Even at some point watching the video, you could see that something felt unreal about it, something felt acting about it, something felt scripted about it, and many people pointed it out. Many people thought this was clout chasing. No one believed that it was real until Wednesday, the 15th of November 2023, after it was announced on his page that he had passed the previous night. But the problem is, where did he pass? Where did Oladips of Life die? Because even in the video of the friend taking him to the hospital, it was said that Oladips was not taken to the hospital. This is a screenshot from the friend's Instagram story where he says that he's driving and that they had spoken to Oladips' parents, the mother, and the mother told them, instructed him specifically not to take her son to the hospital, but rather bring him home. And I think this is where a lot of people got it confused. Even in the comment section, a lot of people were like, why is the mother asking for the boy to be brought home rather than being taken to a hospital? Some people wondered if the mother was a doctor, if she was a medical practitioner, or if she knew specifically what was wrong with him and knew how to tame it or manage it. Because this is where everything started getting sketchy. This is where people are now looking at this whole story with one eye, because in the process of taking the seemingly sick rapper to the hospital, his mother requested that he is brought home. Given his condition, given how serious it looked, given how confusing it is for a lot of people who are watching on his Instagram, So having to hear that he was not taken to the hospital directly is raising a lot of questions as to what happened to him really. Did he die in the hospital or did he die in his parents' house? A lot of people have started questioning the controversy surrounding his last hours before his death. And although the family is requesting privacy at this time, even already making funeral plans, it's giving Mohbad all over again. It's giving questions more, because I feel like, given what had happened to Mohbad, who by the way is the profile picture of this singer, Oladips of Life has Mohbad's profile picture on his Instagram page as at the time of his own death. He and Mohbad also had a song together that they did in 2019, and it seemed like they also had unreleased songs that they've not released yet. So this is problematic to a lot of people. This is confusing. This is giving more than it looks to a lot of people who might be following this story. And with the fact that we were familiar with what happened to Mohbad and how things escalated and how things opened up to the point that we started seeing what is going on in his family. And remember, in Mohbad's story, we also questioned why he didn't go to the hospital. And here we are seeing the same thing in Oladips' case, where he's being taken to the hospital, but his own mother requested he is brought home. A few hours later, we are hearing he's dead. This is going to be a case where a lot of people will be asking many questions. This is going to be a story that may not end as easy as we think it should, because I can already tell that this might be another whirlwind of conspiracies and questions and lapses, and I don't even know what to say. We don't know the cause of his death as at this time of making this video. It might change, we might hear something later, so stay tuned to our channel, stay subscribed. If there's an update to what may have caused his death, we will update you. What we know is that he has been battling a condition seemingly or something for a while, because this might be known to his friends and this might also be known to his family. However, to a lot of us, the viewers and his fans, we do not know specifically what Oladips was going through. This is still like a film to a lot of people. So we would have to wait for the update. We would have to wait if an autopsy will be run, and we will just have to see how this unfolds. It's really sad and it's very much unfortunate. This is, however, all we know now regarding the death of Oladips of Life. And like we've already said, this is a developing story. New information is bound to sprout out and new details will come out, and probably more clarity will be made regarding everything that surrounded the events leading to his death.